Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Northernlion Live Super Show, the Thursday, February 21st, 2018 edition. There are those who thought this day might never come. I open up the morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Me, Dan Giesling, Mathis Games. What do we play? Escape from Tarkov. Segment 1 of the Thursday NLSS. Reinstall the 21 gigabyte download for Dota 2, Valve's premier free-to-play MOBA from the year 1996, so we can play an hour of auto chess to fulfill a solemn promise to my good friends Austin and Cobalt Streak, who happen to be here, along with Robert Alpaca Patrol. Hello.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
I'm glad we could edgelord you into this.
I think today is like the highest amount of frequency I have ever said, fuck it, dude.
Dude, hey, sometimes that's good.
I'm really worried, slash, like, I guarantee that you know that Simpsons scene where the kids are on the bus and then they're doing fruit races and Lisa's like, go apple, and then one of the kids like, go orange. We're Ralph Wiggum right now, going, go banana, as our units get destroyed by everybody else involved here.
Yeah.
About to pop
Auto
off
start
here.
in 25.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I just zoned out completely over everything.
Nice.
That you guys,
That's okay. We'll
For
get
real,
there.
I think, like, obviously I don't
pick it-
expect Rob or I to do well, so I think it's like the rounds where Rob and I play each other. How do you move the camera?
It's the same as Dota.
I haven't played Dota in 400 years.
Scroll with the mouse. Hit the mouse up top.
Okay,
or-
and then I have a tinker in my area.
Put
What
it
does
on
he?
the board.
click Q on it and then click it on the board. All right, everyone make fun of Ryan. He didn't do it.
Ryan forgot to put load his...
yeah, I don't think I put a guy on the board either. Yeah,
So you guys did the classic. That
They're on your
happens.
Forgot.
Everyone
Yeah,
does it.
That's
Cue 'em off your
my
bench.
problem, guys. I forgot. Chat, just do what I do, okay? When you're at the store, that's Resident Sleeper. But then you cheer for the green health bars to go down slower than the red health bars.
Yep, that's
All right.
You
I think,
got it.
honestly, I got it all figured out, dude.
he's got it.
It's not, the basics are easy. You just have a certain amount of decisions you can make every round, like poker. You try to make the best one.
You did say that in the Discord, but then describing a game as trying to make the best decisions every round is like, that's describing every game ever made.
With limited choices, though. You know. I guess it is describing every game.
All right, I lost to Ryan again, so
I just want to
Lava
point out,
jackals.
I had a 2-hour meeting with 2 financial planners last Friday. I understood what was happening in that meeting about 100 times more than I understand what's happening on my screen right now.
It's your first game, baby?
you know what? I'm excited for my second game of Dota 2 auto
Thanks,
chess. Ryan, are you excited?
Why is Scotch in here?
he got in.
Oh, did he? Classic.
I'm excited. I understand to some extent. I am gonna buy anybody that is made of bark.
Yeah, go bark strat, dude.
Druids are tough because if you don't get lone druid, you kind of just lose.
Something
So-
tells me
do it.
that's not gonna be a factor for me.
But if you get Lone Druid, he's
pop
real
off.
good.
Yeah, you pop because you sit in there with all your tier 2 units waiting for the lone druid, and then you get the lone druid, and then suddenly you have like 4 tier 3 units.
I mean it as a joke instead of to tear anybody down. I'm just picturing, like, you know, playing this game and then a text comes in from, like, your mom. And then you look at it and you're like, oh, my mom texted me. And then you just go back to looking at the screen. You know what I mean? Like, while the units fight against one another. And then you go, I'll call her back. And then you don't. I'm not letting
6-5.
Chad tilt me, but I feel like they're being unreasonable. They're like, NL isn't even trying to do well. You get 8 seconds to read 100 words that were made up in someone's basement in Bellevue. Demon Knight. He's a Chaos Knight with elemental synergies, but only with warriors from the Druid clan. And then I'm like, I don't know, do I get him? And they're like, no, he's a level 1, you idiot. Didn't you read the handbook?
The Doom is probably better than the 2 CKs, actually. Unless you get a CK2, then...
I got a CK2
Just shut
already.
up. I'm fucking trying, okay? I'm holding it together, all right? I just want to win one round against the human being.
It's golems. Luna's
Yo,
great,
it's wolf
but
round,
you should
boys.
sell her 'cause
Make
I
sure
want
your
her.
melee units are at the back.
That's right.
Oh, thank you. Well,
Close enough.
Ooh, you
Yeah, I
got
put
the lone
one.
druid this time.
He's mastered it.
Dude, that's the most complicated thing in the whole game. You got it.
You are up your own ass. It is not even close to the most complicated thing in the game. You fucking liar.
Oh my god.
It is not even like within the same ballpark as some of
got
the shit you've
5
been
items.
talking about.
So now that you've played 2 games, better, worse, same as you thought it was gonna be?
Dude, this is not meant to be salty, but I absolutely hate it. I'm happy I played an hour of it, but I think it actually like sucks really badly. Better or worse than Artifact? 1,000 times worse. It's not even close.
An artifact?
There's only 200,000 people playing this and 200 people playing Artifact.
Fortnite must be the best game on the planet.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Fortnite and the game where you come play my liege. Incredibly.
It seems like
stupid
a lot.
combo.
Like you can open up the chess menu, like in the top left, the chess piece list, and you look at that and you go, "Holy shit! There's so much." There really isn't.
It sounds like there's not that much based on how much you just described.
I mean, I said like 4 things.
Oh, this sucks that this is not sortable.
Let us know when you're ready to go. By the way, Ryan.
Sure. I accidentally clicked rematch, but it'll be over soon.
Every minute that passes is one less that I have to play Wreckfest, so I'm happy.
Fair enough.
Like, it's a banter game.
I like
Disdain
Wreckfest, but
for Wreckfest.
I'm not gonna be shitty about auto chess and then be like, put a smile on your face, Yo.
Yeah, those seem OP as fuck.
Guys,
I got very lucky. They're not this strong.
I've attracted the ire of Grandmaster Tetris Miyazaki.
Uh-oh.
Help
Did you go
me!
too far?
Miyazaki, no, don't do it. It's not worth. I am but a pea in your world of Tetris.
Oh, it's so good.
I am unworthy. All right. Oh, Alt F4. I guess Alt F4 wasn't a hotkey when Dota 2 was made. That's my bad. This escape doesn't work. First, you got to click back to dashboard. Then there's a big red circle in the top right corner. Cool.
Don't you shit on us for Alt F4ing out of games?
Yeah, but I'm never gonna touch this one ever again. So I'm not worried about corrupting the integrity of the cache.
If you like Tarkov more than this, I don't think I have any respect for you ever again.
I don't. The thing is that
Not because I think this is very good, but because I think Tarkov is very bad.
there's one thing that I wouldn't say it rattled me, but I was playing Tarkov with Dan and Mathis, and like 90% of the people in that game are not people; they're AI, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh shit, guys, I hear footsteps. There's like a dude in there." And then like the AI walks around the corner, and they're like, "I got eyes." And then the AI looks up at the ceiling and turns 90 degrees in like the wrong direction, and you just shoot him in the head. And they're like, "Dude, I got one." Like, I actually think like 95% of the tension, at least on a scav run, is like, it's in your mind. It's like a horror movie. If you go in and you go like, I'm not gonna be scared, then you're good. If you go in and you're like, oh, I believe in The Conjuring, then
Yeah, I would.
What is
I
the
would play that.
min-max?
this is. I got a bone to pick with my own chat. I was defending my own chat before the show. This is, it's not just you guys, but it's you guys right now. Not you in the call, you in the chat.
This is getting complicated.
It's mostly about the internet. I gave a very reasonable, mature opinion without flaming anything about auto chess. Like 10 people in chat. I think he went in with a preconceived notion to dislike the game and didn't give it a fair shot.
Now you know how it feels like when I say any sentence.
Dude, that's Epic is doing some wild stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're starting to hit that market. They're with that Epic Games launcher or whatever. I think that's like the first one that I felt like legitimately could,
No way.
stand up a little bit to Steam.
I will
No
say they did
freaking
something
way.
that I consider, and it's very entitled of me to say this. They did something that I consider a big no-no, which is they popped up on my like Windows system tray with an advertisement today.
Oh,
Wow.
The
I take it back.
Take it back.
the
Take it back completely.
advertisement was for a free game, to be fair, but I was
It
like,
wasn't to go watch
nah.
Ninja stream.
It was not.
Well, that's good at least.
It was like,
Yeah,
hey, Thimbleweed Park is free, by the way. And I was like, that's cool. There's no disrespect meant to it, but I'm not going to download it right now. And if you ever make your presence known in my desktop environment ever again, I'm going to delete your launcher.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That slope is very slippery. Is all I'm gonna say about that
It's almost
situation.
just a water slide at that point.
You would say so, yeah.
Dude, did I ever tell you about the time that reminded me? In like 7th grade, our teacher taught us the most valuable lesson I've ever learned about inequality in my entire life.
Let's hear this one, yeah?
She gave us a project, and she was like, you gotta make like the best tower you can possibly make out of the stuff that I give you. And you can like trade with other tables, but you can't like grab anything that didn't originally come in your box. So you can't like go into your backpack and get something out of it to help build.
Okay.
So then like some of the groups, they got like, a huge bucket of like Lego blocks and glue and scissors, construction paper and stuff like that. And then some of the tables literally got like 3 pencils. And then at the end, the team that had the vast majority of resources to begin with obviously built the best tower, They had the ability to trade the surplus stuff they didn't want to other people and get some of their stuff. And then at the end, after,
lottery of birth.
essentially, yeah, the teacher ranked us. And then at the end, she was like, so how'd you feel about the assignment? And inevitably, the people that were in the group that was like, well, you just gave us like a bag of garbage. She was like, really makes you think, huh? And the whole class was like, oh.
I get it.
I did like that
Get
the
the controversy.
man replacing Reggie in Nintendo is named Doug Bowser.
Doug Bowser.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bowsy.
Ridiculous.
Not only is his name Doug Bowser, but if you look at his announcement photo where he says, "Hi, thanks for welcoming me," in the background, Mario and Luigi are tied up, boys.
Really?
I believe that photo was from when he joined Nintendo, though. Is the
Ah.
thing.
That might be
But
right.
yeah, it's still funny.
It is quite good. You guys have any Ellis Island history in your family?
I don't know what
Change
that
names?
means.
I don't even know where I'm from.
It's an immigration thing.
I must have
I'm from
told you.
Germany/Ireland, so maybe.
You probably do, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I would talk to my parents, and I'm like, I know where like we're from, and my grandparents, they're all Canadian, but like, what if you go back further? Where are we at? And they're like, I don't know. And then last time I was home, my grandma was there, and I was like, Grandma, where's like, where was your grandfather from? She's like, Canada. And I was like, well, what about like, a couple of generations ahead of that? And she's like, I don't know.
They grew out of the ground.
It is like annoying to watch like those shows where they go through the ancestry, and it's like, in like the 1700s you were related to this person. It's like, well, that's just kind of likely, right? Like it's
Doesn't everybody have like 3% of Genghis Khan in them or something?
yeah, it's like math at that point. Like you just
I wish that's like my goal in life is to procreate as much as Genghis Khan.
Well,
Just slaying it every day.
you might want to look
Children.
into how he was able to accomplish that before you say that.
can't do that much.
Cleveland. I've been to Akron, Ohio, and Centerville for Laser Quest tournaments.
That is a sentence.
Yeah, my friend, we were at Magic Fest. He's
You
like, I think this is the
motherfucker.
nerdiest thing I've ever done in my life. And I was like, not even close, bro. I've been to Laser Quest nationals before, multiple times.
Oh no! Oh no! I did it to myself. Oh, dude, AIDS helped me. Oh my god.
It's just like too easy.
Just give me parts. I'll start MacGyvering that shit together.
Just give me pizza. 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 Whipped cream flowing like waterfalls.
What am I missing?
You haven't seen Gimme Pizza? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Give me pizza.
I'm right there with you, Ryan. I have no idea.
There's an old
baffled.
video, I don't know, it's like a kid's show or something, and they're just singing a pizza song, and normal speed, it sounds, fine. But someone, of course, because it's YouTube, just posted it, like, slowed down by, like, 30%, and it's the most demonic thing you've ever seen. It is creepy and weird, and they say horrible things in it. Like,
yeah, they really do.
Whipped cream pouring like waterfalls.
I want pizza! Spell it out for me, homies.
Pizza. Now set down the pizza and bring me some chicken with cream pouring like waterfalls.
It's a good video. You should
It's a great video.
go back and watch it.
All right. Kate was telling me before she put on the Kino Shirayuka video, she was like, this is your favorite kind of video. And in my head, I went, my favorite videos of hers are her eating a gross amount of fast food and also her putting fast food into the rice cooker to cook it all together. Like that time
That's gross.
she put like
Jesus.
9 hamburgers and 9 French fry orders and then like 2 large Cokes and a bunch of ketchup into the rice cooker and cooked it and ate it.
madness.
And then when she's always so positive, even when she's eating pure garbage. She was like, you can really taste the meaty flavor of the meal. The bun did get a little soggy though. And I'm like, oh.
She'd be great at like
Yeah.
Survivor where they do the eating challenges. They have to blend everything together.
She would roast people on Fear Factor if they were still doing that show.
Yeah, no, she would absolutely. She would destroy the second round of Fear Factor. I don't know how good she is at walking across a tight plank like 100 feet above the street while traveling at 50 kilometers an hour, but she could eat anything.
Joe Rogan comes on. He's like, "Where did all our big vat of centipedes go?"
There's the rice cooker.
I was
right now.
doing the I was doing the eating challenge.
yeah.
No, you were gonna lay in those.
You mean the challenge wasn't to eat 19 snakes?
Yeah,
Anyway, she's
I-
wild. Austin.
that is pretty crazy.
I'm dead, dude.
That's just mean-spirited, man.
I know, I'm trying to die on you. That's all I can do at this point,
Who
man.
drank all the horse cum?
Is it Japan or Korea that has the Christmas tradition of,
That
of
is
KFC? Japan.
Yeah.
That's just such a
KFC
funny one
Christmas.
to me. Yeah, just
It is weird.
well, Merry Christmas, everybody. We're gonna get a bucket of KFC chicken.
They got some awesome chicken pot pies at KFC, actually.
I'm not a big pot pie guy, actually.
So I saw a video on the vein of videos you were talking about, and I'm hesitant. Anytime I watch a video now, I have to, because it's YouTube in the modern era, I have to be like, is there a political or generational agenda that this thing's trying to sell me? So I don't know if this was baby boomer propaganda, but they had like old Chinese moms and then their kids, and they separated them. And then they fed them P.F. Chang's. And then the kids were all like, coastal elites like us. And they were like, oh, well, this is like, it's orange chicken. It's not authentic, but it's okay. Oh, this one's so greasy. And the moms were like, this is fucking awesome.
You know what? I think I saw that exact same video, by the way.
Uniformly, the parents were like, this isn't how they make like Chinese food in China, but it's good and in many ways better. And I was like, yo. Meanwhile, the kids are all like, one time at Chinese New Year in Shanghai, I had a noodle soup that was way better than this.
Grass is always greener, man.
I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh.
Also, it's like the 900th time we played Wreckfest. How funny could it be?
Me and this guy were being so nice, and we were both like in 2 HP at the end of the race. And I just spun him out, dude. And I finished in front of him.
That's very rude.
It was so mean, man. It's like the meanest thing I've ever done in my life.
I did get a new pair of shoes. Thanks for noticing, chat.
How can they see your shoes?
Great
They can't.
question.
That's the joke.
I see. He wasn't responding to anyone.
I think I've had the same pair of $90 Nikes for about 7 years now.
Were you Jerry Seinfeld?
It's actually only 5 or 6 years, but
Have you ever seen Slobby's World on Netflix?
I have not.
It's about this guy that owns like an 80s, 90s retro shop, and they like will do like custom shoes and stuff. And they made these awesome pair of Mario shoes that had like little raccoon tails coming off the back that you could like detach and shit.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I'd pay some money for some shit like that because it's like artwork, but I would never wear them.
So I tried to load into the server a third time, and when the loading finished, it crashed the game. So,
It's all right. You got time. We're only halfway through the race.
remember that era where they were trying to sell you those snake oil toe shoes?
Oh, Vibrams.
Yes. Yeah. Is that what they were called?
Vibrams 5 fingers, even though you put them on your feet.
Man.
Malf's older brother, one of his older brothers, was really into Vibrams and also barefoot running, which strikes me as about one step above flat Earth. Where you go like, people have been, you've just been believing what they've been saying to you for years about how you have to wear shoes when you run. Cavemen didn't wear shoes when they ran, and look at them. Dude, I was watching, have you guys watched that Flat Earth documentary on Netflix yet?
Oh, no.
And
no, I didn't.
Literally, I was watching it before bed last night. There's two people that I want to point out in particular. One is this dude who's like partly at the center of the YouTube side of the Flat Earth thing. Going like, literally everybody I tell about Flat Earth starts as a skeptic, and then they look into it and they're converted. I don't even have to do any work. And then they showed his video to somebody that works at Caltech, and she literally just like Googled what he said in the video and did an experiment herself. He's like, they never fly direct over the South Atlantic Ocean from South America. Why would they do that unless, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and then she went to like flighttracker.com. And then she's just like, look at these. They're flying over, like, literally that claim was like verifiably false in like less than 30 seconds. But then there was another dude where I swear to you, I thought that I'd veered into Christopher Guest mockumentary territory. The way they introduced this guy is he's got a golf ball and 2 like hammers, okay? And he's juggling the golf ball between the hammers at a pace that I can only describe as like Herculean. So the golf, he's just going tuck, 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 and then the whole time that he's going tuck, 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 he's reciting every element on the periodic table in alphabetical order. So he's just going aluminum, boron, blah blah blah, beryllium, blah, carbon, blah, like all the way to the end. It's insane. So you're like, man, this guy's a fucking genius. And then they show a video of him in a Starbucks that he took on his own phone, where he's
bashing his head with both hammers.
No, he happens to meet a NASA employee, and then he goes like, "Hey, so why'd you waste your life lying to the American people?" And the guy goes, "Excuse me, son?" And then the next cut is him being like, "Well, I got kicked out of the Starbucks for asking questions," and then. It's so good.
Okay, yeah, I'd watch that.
Here's the flat Earth question I have for you. If you are a flat earther, the crusts don't line up. Why is NASA lying to you? I just can't get
Illuminati, dude.
So they can sell plane tickets for more exuberant prices or something. I don't know.
So we can pretend to be ahead of everyone else.
But what does that do, though?
This is the other, because the thing that I have said forever is that it's the easiest thing to refute flat Earth by looking to the east, and if you can't see China, The Earth's not flat.
Yeah, that's what the dude did. He was like, so here's the thing. Here's why the scientists are losing in the flat Earth debate. And I was like, take a lot of issue with just about every word you just used there. He's like, the scientists, they just hit you with a bunch of math. I take you down to the beach and I go, look at that. That's the Space Needle. How could you be able to see the Space Needle? The curvature of the Earth should be such that you should only be able to see like the top of the building instead of the...
That is so fucking dumb, dude.
But I still, at the end of the day, I just don't understand what NASA gets for lying to you. And I swear that I think you're right. That at the end of the day, it's just like, well, if they can get you, they think if they can get you to believe that the Earth is round, that's like an instrument of control. That now that you'll believe them on that, you'll believe them on anything, which is like just an incoherent argument. My parents are like, I don't know if they're, what age do you have to be a baby boomer? I think they're more like a Gen X, like early Gen X. But
I think if you're your 60s or 70s, you're baby boomer.
So yeah, they're probably like early Gen X. My mom had me fucking vaccinated to the brim. I am full of antibodies right now. Dude, my mom, I mean, force is not the right word, but she basically forced me to get vaccinated before I went to teach English in Korea. I was 21. She was like, she looked up online, like, you know, recommended vaccines for South Korea. And then one day she was like, hey, you want to get some lunch? And then, you know, I got in the car to get some lunch. And she's like, we're just going to swing by the public health clinic and get your Korea vaccinations. And, you know, I was just like, all right, that's fine. It's not a big deal.
When I was a child, I ripped the entire top of a table off trying to stop from getting a shot. Like, you know, like the top layer of it.
Oh my god!
I was latched onto it like a fucking sloth or something.
It's so good. I'm with Justin. Like when I give blood, like they put the little cloth over where the needle goes in, and you know, sometimes I'll like move the cloth. I'm not like morbidly fascinated. I'm just like, it doesn't bother me. It's kind of interesting to see it. And they come over and they like cover it up and they're like, yo, bro, keep it on the DL. Other people are gonna freak out if they see that.
God, I had a fucking mole removed once, and I swear the doctor wanted to show it to me. And like, I didn't know this is how moles were removed. Motherfucker
froze
had
it
like,
off?
no, motherfucker had like an apple core. Like,
Yeah.
he stuck that shit like
What
a
a
half
great
inch
prank.
in and twisted it and pulled out a chunk.
Oh!
That's what I have
And
to
he
do
wanted to
soon.
show me, and I was like, you get that fucking shit away from me. That was inside of me.
Dude,
I went.
if
I got a
was-
mole checked last week.
Oh,
Okay, and he looked at it and goes, "Oh, I think that's a cyst."
you're right. Okay.
And I was like, "Dude, that mole's been on me for fucking ever. Like, it's behind my ears, so I can't really look at it easily."
Yeah.
And for him to think it's a cyst, I am fucking scared.
Well, dude, have
for
you
him
ever
to
seen
take that thing
the?
off.
I'm sure you have the Dr. Pimple Popper stuff where they're like, you know, 70-year-old man comes in with whitehead he's had since the 70s, and then like she squeezes it, and I mean it's gross, so you might want to just not hear
It's
it. But
very gross.
But it's
yeah.
also
Nice.
incredible that like she squeezes it, and it's just like 4 decades of ooze comes out of it, and then she, you know,
I'm gonna actually vomit. I
she
think.
like then she just like seals it up. I don't
Probably
watch
has a
it.
smell to it.
See,
well,
Jess
look-
loves that shit. I cannot do it. I can't.
That's- I do not understand people that can enjoy. I fucking, it makes my skin crawl. It makes my organs crawl, and it makes my stomach want to be on the outside.
Every time Jess comes over, she's prodding around to find spots that she can tear off of my body. And she legit like there's stuff that she found that I was just like, oh, see, yeah, that's an ingrown hair. Like, really? I've had that bump for like 10 years.
Yeah, man.
Picks
That's the
out
one thing
shit.
I actually do not get grossed out by is ingrown hairs. It's just like you grab that shit and you yank it, and it's like pulling a band-aid. It's just, you're done.
Watching NL type my pussy and shit.
Well, it's Austin's fault because he said my neck, my back, and then after that you gotta say my pussy and my back.
Pussy in my crack.
I just saw the pussy and that was moving so fast.
Well, dude, I had my nut operated on. You know,
Oh,
back
yeah.
in like 2005, I guess. And after I had the operation, I was like, I want to see what you took out down there. And then he was like, it's not really like that. We just kind of like, drained this thing and then sealed you back up. And I was a little disappointed because I was like, I've been carrying around this tangerine-sized nut for like 5 years, and then there's not even something like I could look at my own thing
like
that
your
I
tonsils.
defeated. Yeah,
Was
that's
it tangerine size?
it was like lemon-sized.
Holy
That's pretty big.
shit.
Jesus.
I got like a doubled up grape for one. I would say I don't like a juicy grape maybe.
This is
but
not
a
new information.
lemon?
I'll tell you basically, like, dude, it's like the most harrowing moment of my teenage life. I was like 16 years old, and I had known my nut was too big for a while. But people are like, how do you not notice it? Well, it's like a little tear in like your abdominal wall or something, and then it just slowly fills up. So just
Like a hand cyst from a leaky
yeah,
joint.
exactly. So then like after like a year, it grows from a normal nut to like the size of a lemon. And one day you just go down, you look down, and you're like, that's too big. That's not right. So I was like in tears because I had to tell my mom at the age of 16. I was like, hey mom, one of my nuts is too big. And then she's like, that's a real big problem, so we're gonna go to the after hours
nut
clinic.
doctor.
And I swear to God, there's your password, by the way. I swear to God, we went to the after hours clinic, and the doctor was like, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's anything to worry about. And he took a flashlight and he just held it up against the sack, and he's like, yeah, it's like clear fluid, so like you're good to go, but you're gonna have to get it drained.
Technology these days.
Oh. Hey, how's it going?
When I was younger, I had to go to an endocrinologist,
Right? Yeah.
and
Okay.
he had what looked like a necklace of anal beads. Went from smaller to bigger, and he had to like measure my balls to this weird ball necklace. It stuck with me my whole life.
Did he have? Did it
Can
have
I
a
order
lemon
one
size
of
on it?
those?
I would say my nut was probably like walnut.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say earlier, like I'm sitting with a couple of walnuts down there. Is all I'm saying. I don't know how much do they range in size.
Dude,
I haven't seen a lot of nuts.
Those balls on his ball necklace got real big.
Dude, I'll tell you.
Testicle measuring necklace.
This is
Amazon.
It's probably going too far. But I got one that's like let's describe it as like a big grape. And then the other one is
My
like
rap name.
I found it.
the other one is like it's larger for sure. I would say it's like a small egg. Oh. So they're just in one person there can be variation.
You have to get that thing drained again.
Dude, they did tell me like you might have to get it drained like when you're older. And then, it's kind of just been an egg for like 15 years. So I'm like,
Dude,
it's not that bad.
Justin, you should buy. Oh God, it's $80. You should,
There's
you
so
should buy
many
one of those
different
and
ones.
just wear it.
Just wear it
Just wear it around your wrist. Like, walk around.
You're right.
Janelle was rocking that
dangle it in front of
25.
guys' crotches and just like look at it.
I should have gotten the second
Kneel
one
down
filled
in
up.
front of strangers.
I can't believe
That
it.
would have been a lot better.
Yeah, the urologist was like, yeah, we can drain that. My dumb ass didn't even think, like, can't you just pump the other one up?
You just put some milk in there. It's basically the same thing, right?
South Park situation going on.
Maybe one is egg size because it needs to get drained, but you are not a young lad anymore, and so it would be lemon sized on 16-year-old Ryan.
But it's like fluid. It's not cum. It's not like it fills up with nut, and then it's got to be drained like that. Like he didn't drain it by giving me a gentleman's handy, an off-course gentleman's handy. He cut into my scrotum and then I don't know, did some stuff with some tools. And we fucked later, but that was just because we had chemistry.